Hey guys, so now that you know the basics of the Swift method, we're going to dive into what each one of them means. S is for speed and strength, the beautiful relationship between speed and strength and athletic development. When it comes to for high level athletic development, whether you're competing at the national level, varsity, or college, physical traits stand out above the rest, and that's going to be speed and strength. Okay, that's what a lot of people come to training with us for. That's why they hire a lot of private coaches on the outside for this. Okay. We like to follow evidence based principles from top strength coaches who are pretty much what I like to call pioneers in the industry. They are definitely there and responsible with Olympic, professional, and Division One levels. Okay. So, S, strength, the foundation of speed. Strength is the ability to produce force, and the stronger an athlete is, the more force they can apply into the ground, which directly impacts speed. Okay, that's why it's always been prioritized with wrestlers and football players, and then as well as hockey and rugby players. Okay, some of the most physical contact sports are ones that use it the most, right? Strength training builds resilience, but it also reduces injury risk by stabilizing joints, and I'll add in at deeper ranges, and improves muscle coordination. For an example, a sprinter who increases their squat strength from 200 to 300 while maintaining proper mechanics will likely generate more ground reaction force, okay, improving their acceleration, and they can also improve their top end speed. Speed. A little bit. Okay. Strength applied fast. Okay, so you're kind of noticing some physics lessons in here for anybody can jog their memory back to high school and college. Speed is the ability to produce force quickly. What we also call in strength conditioning is RFD, rate of force development. Okay, strength alone does not make an athlete fast. How fast they can express that strength does, though. Okay, they are in a beautiful relationship. Speed training focuses on mechanics, stride frequency, acceleration, and explosiveness. Okay, we do a lot of one-step stuff at a time. For an example, an offensive lineman may be incredibly strong in the weight room, but if they can't apply force rapidly, they won't be explosive off the line. I can get plenty of these girls here in volleyball, and I can train them like power lifters. At some point, when they're deconditioned, they're not as strong, okay, they're inexperienced, that's going to get them really explosive, going from point A to point B, up and down. But eventually, we have to marry the two a lot better. And there's different ways that we can do this. Okay. The perfect marriage of strength and speed. Strength without speed equals strong but slow. You lack explosiveness. Hence the example I gave of the powerlifting. Eventually, if you kind of think of it as a bell-shaped curve, you're trending up, and then eventually, if you don't do it correctly, you might slope down. Okay, you're just strong, but you're slow. Speed without strength. You're quick. We see plenty of this from smaller people in sports. They're very fast. They're elusive, but eventually they get caught when everybody starts hitting puberty, everybody starts hitting the weight room, okay? You're quick, but you lack the power. You can easily be overpowered. And some of y'all are going to notice this with yourself or your teammates as y'all get older, right? Those who are faster, if they didn't keep working in different ways to get stronger, then eventually they get caught, okay? Strength and speed together, that's explosive, that's dominant, that's a durable, high functioning, high powered athlete. Okay. That's what we're looking for. We're not just looking for strong. We're not just looking for fast. We're looking for a beautiful relationship over time between the both of them. Okay. This is why we don't just train one and neglect the other. Instead, we have to always program them together. Okay. Early in athletes' development, we focus on building general strength and learning movement mechanics. Usually, we're going to be having a little bit higher work capacity with a little bit more sets and reps. Even 16-year-olds who have been training with me, if they take time off, I still make them go through this to reaccumulate some of that capacity, okay? In the more competitive phase, as they train, develop, become more experienced, we shift towards a speed strength, ensuring that strength translates into explosive movements. Then long term, we refine the training to maintain both qualities so they continue improving over time. There's going to be a time where we focus a little bit more on one, and we have to maintain the other, and vice versa. And then there's a time where we maintain both of them because let's say we're in season and we're trying to just maintain those qualities as athletes compete a lot more 1 to 2 days a week, depending on what sport you're in. Okay. How do we integrate strength and speed in our training? Strength focused days is one way. You have heavy lifts like squats, deadlifts, presses to build up a max strength. You got speed and power days. Sprint drills, plyometrics, Olympic lifts, for example, are very traditional. Resistance sprints with bands and cords to develop explosiveness. Then you got blended sessions, which we do because we only see our athletes 1 to 2 days a week, and we are trying to get the best, well-rounded quality around them. So 9 times out of 10, we're going to have it blended. There's sometimes we just do absolutely more of one than the other, and that might be really to once again rebuild that capacity and maybe break some plateaus in that area. Okay, but it's not for long. We don't want to neglect the other thing we are working on. You want to get stronger, but we want to totally neglect speed and explosiveness that far along. Especially they're coming for private training because they don't feel like they're getting that on the outside. Okay. The bottom line for athletes and parents: if you want to compete at the highest level, you must develop both strength and speed appropriately, and they must respect each other. I'm going to throw that in, even though it was not written down. But that goes into the right way and at the right time. This comes with experience. This comes with wisdom. This comes with just, really making sure that both of them are checked off. You can increase speed and maintain strength. You can maintain strength, increase speed. You can maintain them at both, but at some point, one is going to naturally plateau and the other one's going to keep going a little bit longer. That's fine as long as you kind of give yourself a gut check and you're, patient with it. Strength is a foundation. Speed is how you express that strength explosively. Remember that. If you train both sides, even at different rates, but you're still progressive with it over time, let's say throughout the whole entire school year, for example, to keep that calendar really easy, you'll become a more unstoppable force on the field or the track. Okay. A lot of my athletes have noticed this because they stay with me for, some of my athletes have been with me anywhere from 6 months to 6 years straight. Okay. That might be 6 months out of the year, every year for 6 years. Some of them, a lot of the volleyball girls especially are staying really dedicated, even one time a week during the season, and then trying to come in twice a week, every other week during club season when they're not traveling. A lot of them are going to be pushing into the ones that stay year round for 4 to 6 years. Okay. This group of 14 to 16-year-olds, they are crazy that I'm working with. And it's going to be really awesome to see what they're like going into their junior and senior years and in college. If you're an athlete looking for a structured plan that blends these elements correctly, you need to stay locked into our super performance training method to develop explosiveness, fast and strong athletes who can dominate at the next level. Okay. So this is everything in a nutshell. It's going to sound like a lot. Some of what you do at school is hitting and checking off boxes. Some of it is not. Some of it's just the way you package it. And that's, really my expertise right there is how I package it. The first 12 weeks an athlete works with me, and then 12 weeks after that until, it's been a whole year, and how we kind of recycle, but we change about 25% of our program year 1 to year 2, but with the general same flow. Okay. Next, we will have the winning mindset. So stick around, make sure you watch that one because that's the mental side.